Let's see what's on the news today. It says parents restore crossing guard outside West Hempstead High School. Well, I grew up in West Hempstead, and I went to West Hempstead High School, and it sucked. It was the most ghetto fucking high school without it being a ghetto area. I have to preface this by saying that West Hempstead, as a general rule, has changed greatly from what it once was. It used to be a nice little suburban town, and now it's overrun by, well, let's say foreigners. We'll say not your regular, everyday American. Possibly somebody who is from another country or something like that. Now, I'm not prejudiced here. I hate every group equally. So when I say stuff, remember, I'm not singling anybody out. So let's take a look at this video that they have.
Parents in West Hempstead tonight claim their children's lives are being put at risk when they walk to and from school.
Yeah, they're upset after a crossing guard at a busy intersection was removed. News 12's transportation reporter Drew Scott is a story you'll see only on 12.
I see kids, they'll almost get run over. A worried parent now drives his kids to middle and high school rather than let them...
Now, did you see what kind of a jail cell that looked like? I'll go back for just a second here. It's probably going to go too fast. I mean, look at them doors and the shady looking fucking Explorer thing that's showing up. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that goes on nowadays.
Middle and high school rather...
Now look at this place. Look at the sign they have. Can you see that there? The sign they have on top of the building where, you know, there's going to be such and such a show or some crap like that. Schools now have these big electronic color displays. We got them old school fucking things that you got to stick the letters in. That's how shitty this school really was. Anyways, we'll keep going here.
But then let them cross at this busy intersection. No one wants to stop. Look at...
Okay, now they said at that busy intersection. We'll get back to that in a second. First thing I notice here is I don't see a regular white person there. I don't. Again, I'm not being prejudiced here, but I just don't see them. You know, this one here looks like she might not have necessarily been originally from this country. That one there, also not necessarily from this country. And other people have darker skin. So I really wonder what happened to, you know, this school that was predominantly white people. But let's go back for a second, just for a quick second, and take a look at...
Rather than let them cross at this
busy intersection. Okay, now if you look carefully, okay, there's, well, a fucking Mercedes, what would you expect? And a fucking BMW! Here's the Mercedes, here's the BMW, okay, and they're going in opposite directions. This is a busy intersection, one lane each way? This is busy? Give me a fucking break. Okay, so now we'll play the video.
No one wants to stop. Look at all those kids right now. This is Nassau Boulevard in West Hempstead. There's been crossing guards here for years, but the crossing guard that was here was reassigned in December.
Okay, so they had a crossing guard, and now they don't. All right. Well, let's keep watching.
Now these kids cross alone.
You can see that the cars are not stopping maybe when they should. And we all know that teenagers are teenagers and they don't necessarily stop when they should either.
PTA.
Okay, teenagers are teenagers and they don't stop when they should either. Why don't teenagers stop when they're supposed to? Usually because they don't have their mind on what they're doing. So if they don't have their mind on crossing this busy intersection, they shouldn't be crossing the busy intersection. They don't need a fucking crossing guard for a one-lane each-way fucking road that has a traffic light right there, not even 30 feet from where the news guy just crossed, because that's the crosswalk, right? They don't need a fucking crossing guard. These are high school students, remember. This is a high school. High school students don't know how to cross the street by themselves? Let's see what some of the soccer moms have to say.
Co-president Lorraine Magarachi shares parents' fears.
You do have people distracted. There's children walking, they have their headphones on, they don't...
Whoa, 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 what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? You see this? He's got a device in his hand. He's standing off the fucking curb, no less, and was just a moment ago paying attention to his device rather than seeing if a fucking car is gonna take his fucking life. What kind of fucking retard are you? Put your shit in your pocket. It's gonna take you 15 seconds across the fucking street, and then pick it up. And then, as you're walking down the sidewalk, mostly safely, because the driver is going to be looking at their cell phone, texting somebody, and go up on the sidewalk and mow him down anyway. But while he's safely on the sidewalk walking, looking at his device, he can walk headfirst into a fucking telephone pole. Continuing.
The other car, they're teenagers.
Nassau Police oversee the crossing guard program and email.
They're teenagers. So that's the excuse? They're high school students, and they don't know how to cross the street. Now look, see, there's street signs there, okay? There's street signs, and there's a car that's waiting to turn. And just off the left side of the screen, in fact, I don't know if the camera picks it up. See that white thing? That's the stop line. So like I said, it's just 30 feet to the intersection, and where that street sign is a traffic light, and of course there's one hanging from the other side of the street there, and that's it. So that light goes red, and cars stop, and kids can get across just behind that line, because that's where the crosswalk is, and then the actual stop line before that, and there you go. And remember, it's one lane each way. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else they have to say here.
This statement saying they generally don't assign.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not crossing in the crosswalk. Made a little bit of a mistake right there, but here's the traffic light, as you can see, okay, which is red, which allows the kids to cross. There's even the sign right there. Wow, you know, and you can see the other ones in the distance. But let's come back right where we were. Okay, now if you notice right here. See that white thing? That's actually the crosswalk right there. I was mistaken. I didn't realize. For some reason, I gave them a little more faith that the lines on the road would actually be fucking painted. But I'm sorry, so we'll continue.
And emailed us this statement saying they generally don't.
Okay, so they are in the crosswalk. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Now, the guy can make a right on red there, as far as I know. I don't remember there being a no turn on red, but you got to watch for pedestrians. That's part of being a driver. The pedestrian has the right of way. We did learn this when we all wanted to drive. We all had to get a car and all had to drive. We all had to have our own car. So we had to learn the rules of the road. And suddenly that shit doesn't apply. I've been driving for 15 years. Fuck pedestrians. I run them over every day. No, that still applies. Because new drivers, like these kids, and some of them do have their own car and drive, can't cross the street by themselves, okay? They watch out for other kids, especially who are trying to cross the street. Let's keep going.
Assigned crossing guards at high schools. Crossing guards are assigned to
blah,
protect the safety
blah,
of
blah.
elementary and middle school children.
Okay, protect the safety of elementary and middle school children. Well, those children's would need that kind of protection. Go ahead.
One guard is assigned now at the adjoining middle school that many parents...
One guard is assigned at the adjoining middle school. Yes, the middle school is further down that way, and the building has a breezeway that connects. And pretty much when I was there back in the day, because some teachers actually have to go between the middle school and the high school, When I was there, only teachers were allowed through that door, and if a student was ever caught doing that, I think they would be caned and hung and eventually had their head cut off, is pretty much the story I was told. So let's keep going because there's another soccer mom here. You got to hear her side of the story here.
Parents say high school crossing guards should be reinstated.
I have 3 children, and their lives are worth more than anything in the world.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. We'll just start with what this looks like. Okay? What does that look like? Now, she said that she has 3 kids. I have 3 kids! And they're worth more than anything in the world. And she's obviously in this news broadcast because she's concerned about them crossing the street by themselves. It's called, if you're that worried, pick them the fuck up! Let's see what else the Nincompoop has to say.
And to just think if anyone getting hit at this corner would be devastating.
Parents tell us a student was injured near this corner in October of 2014.
That's
and
good.
Last week, a 12-year-old Elmont girl died crossing in front of her.
That's a few towns over.
And they're assuming the car is going to stop, and someday the car is not going to stop.
In West Hempstead. Drew Scott, News 12 Long Island.
Now, here you can actually see the crosswalk again. You see the whole street there. Now, here's the problem. That should be a no turn on red. Because this guy could easily run them kids down. I don't know how much it actually costs to put a sign up, but I'm sure it's not that expensive. Now, some people are going to run through the sign anyway and say, fuck you. There might actually be one there that I didn't see. I don't know. Maybe the guy just snuck through. Maybe his light is actually, his light may actually be green, because it looks like that traffic light is green there for the direction coming out of the school and that road there. So maybe he is certainly in his right to be there. I don't know. But you kind of have to watch that when you drive. And the kids also have to be mindful that people don't drive anymore. They have cars that park and drive themselves. And considering the fact that we saw a Mercedes and a BMW on this very road, which again is 1 lane each way, should answer the question that these are high-end cars that can do that. And that means the driver's free to play text twist on their fucking phone rather than watch where the fuck they're going. One last thing I wanted to mention is one of the elementary schools in the same town has an intersection that is 2 lanes each way. And that's an elementary school, like I said, and there's even kindergartners there. And there is indeed a crossing guard. And when I was in kindergarten there, I used to talk to the crossing guard. Yes, I did. And she was a really nice lady, and I don't remember her name. She might be still alive now if you're still watching and you don't know who I am because I don't look like the kindergartner I once was. Thanks for being my crossing guard. But other than that, they need it there because it's 2 lanes each way. Now, not far from me here is a road that's 3 fucking lanes each way. And some student decided one day that she didn't want to take the bus. She had bus service because she was far enough away from the school so the bus would have picked her up at the bus stop and taken her to school, but she didn't want to do that. She wanted to walk to school. Maybe it was a nice day. Maybe she wanted to stop at the deli on the way and get something to eat. Maybe she wanted to hook up with her friends and smoke a joint before school. Who the fuck knows? But the parents are all in an uproar because she went and crossed a 6-lane road, 3 lanes each way. She crossed based on surveillance footage that was from a nearby gas station right on the corner there, that she didn't even use the fucking crosswalk or those buttons that you fucking press that don't do a fucking thing with the walk and don't walk signs. God, I have a whole fucking rant about that. Remember, when I was a kid, it would say walk and it would say don't walk, okay? But no, we can't have that anymore because nobody in this country speaks English anymore. So we have to have pictures of a person lighting up in white. That's racist right there. Lighting up in white, you can walk now. And then, you know, lighting up in red with a slash through it, don't walk, you know. Red, oh shit, red, that's racist too. What the fuck are we gonna do with ourselves as a goddamn country? We can't even cross the street as high schoolers. How are we gonna run the fucking country? These are children that will have our jobs in the future, and they can't cross the street as high schoolers? Give me a fucking break. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.